doing this. I hope you're doing well. Just how has your preseason camp been? Coach said that you might have missed a few games with practices or with injuries. What are those injuries, and are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I just got to do a good job of taking care of my body. And right now I'm feeling good, though. I'm ready to go.
Ben?
Dakereon, what has it been like for you kind of since getting back from the COVID break, I guess being able to fully sort of dedicate yourself to the wide receiver position, get those extra practices and stuff, as compared to, before the break when you kind of had just started getting into that and then kind of got interrupted?
Yeah, it's definitely a beneficial thing for me. Being able to get the finer things done at the receiver position, getting a lot of more practices in, being able to develop every single day, in all areas of being a receiver, learning the game, kind of understanding it, and helping it slow down for myself.
Colin Taylor?
I guess where are you mostly lining up right now, and what do you feel like is maybe the biggest thing that you've struggled with or had to grow on at the receiver position now that you're kind of doing it full time?
Right now I'm playing a little bit of both inside and outside. But I think I've grown in a lot of areas. I think I just got to continue to progress, continue focusing on catching the ball in my hands, the little things, finishing plays, being better without the ball when I'm not getting the ball, helping my teammates make big runs and big plays.
David?
And last year, the two big names were Brian and Shy. Everybody kind of knew they were going to be the two main guys. But this year, there's just Shy. How do you and the rest of the guys in the receiver room approach that, knowing that the ball's going to have to go somewhere when he's not catching it? How do you guys discuss that amongst yourselves?
I think I know we have a group full of great guys. We got eight, nine guys that can play. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the game is dedicated to one guy. Shy is obviously our leader, the vet in the room. But I think the coaches know and everybody know that we got a lot of young guys and a lot of guys in them that can make plays.
Josh Kendall?
Hey, Dakereon, what's your thought on the quarterback situation? You're a guy who knows that position well. How do you think Ryan and Colin have handled it? And are there things that stand out about each of them?
You guys are doing a really, really good job. They're both taking command of the offense, leading the offense down. Great job. They're both doing a great job in situational 1 minute third down conversions. I think they're both doing a really, really good job.
Is there anything that stands out to you about
Um,
each of them, about one or the other?
I mean, they both. they both two great quarterbacks. Both got great arm strength, great accuracy. Both got command in the huddle. Play very similar. Like I said, those guys doing a really good job.
Hale?
Now that you've been in the offense for a little while now, what are your just overall impressions of Coach Bobo's system, and what are some of the things that stood out to you about what he likes to do?
Very different. Coach Bobo does a great job of getting the ball in all the playmakers' hands. I think we're pretty balanced. I think we're even better this year running the ball as well. I think Coach Bobo is doing a great job of just kind of spreading the ball out, doing what we do best, not doing too much, not doing too little, but putting us in great situations all camp.
What do you think has allowed y'all to be better running the ball?
I'm not sure exactly. Maybe scheme. I think our guys are. I think up front they're just playing a lot harder. Those guys work their butts off in the off season. Those guys have prepared all off season for this moment. I think that's what's leading us to be better up front.
Dick Cox?
How do you feel going into this season knowing you've just got one position to concentrate on and not have to go back and forth from room to room?
I think it's a big confidence thing for me. I think it has helped me tremendously, slowing down my mind a little bit, allowing me to focus on one position. I think I just got to continue to improve, continue to do what I do best, and help the team win.
Mike Kuba?
Dakereon and being able to obviously, I know this has been a long camp, almost 4 weeks, which is just crazy to say since things are just so spread out. But based on how things have kind of played out this camp, where do you envision yourself being able to help this team the most at that wide receiver position?
I think I can do a lot of things like the other guys in the receiver room. I think, like Coach said, just be ready when your number is called. When I'm in there playing great without the ball, and whenever my number is called, playing great and taking advantage of every opportunity, I just got to continue to do my part and help my teammates.
David.
Dakereon, you've always been a guy where speed is one of the first things people say about you. How tough has it been to learn to kind of stop and turn off that speed to catch the ball and then turn it on while trying to elude defenders?
I think that's the best way to put it. It's definitely different, but I think the 16, 17 practices we've had, I think it's helped me slow down my game a lot. Like I said, kind of focus on the finer things at the receiver position. I'm grateful for all my coaches being patient with me, helping me. Even my teammates, you know what I'm saying? I just got to continue to progress, continue to do what I do best, and just get ready for Tennessee.
Go back to Ben.
Dakereon, a few weeks back, you guys as a team organized that demonstration in front of the Russell House. You spoke really eloquently. Just what was it that kind of made you guys sort of stop and say, this is something that we've got to do, this is a thing that we kind of want to get organized?
I think it came down to us knowing we have a voice. I think the community has done a great job of allowing us athletes to feel as though we have a voice. I think going off of that, I think we started with that, knowing we have a voice, and we went from there. I think we all spoke from our heart, spoke on experiences, and just had to be the voice for our teammates and even the athletes. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we did a great job. I think we all delivered a message that needed to be heard.
Hale.
I have two questions. The first one, I would follow up on that. Dakereon, have you all as a team talked about anything you guys want to do as far as demonstrating that type of thing when you guys are playing against Tennessee in pregame or during the game or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I think we've brought up some conversations about some things, but we haven't decided on anything specifically. You got to be very careful and whatever you want to do. You don't want to offend anybody, or you just want to do what's right and not be so biased. So I think the conversations are still ongoing. We haven't made a decision.
Okay, and the other question I had was about Luke and what you've seen from him, being a guy who's bounced back and forth between two positions, something that you're obviously familiar with as well. What have you seen from him?
Very, very explosive. A guy that it's very good for him to have the knowledge that he does have, being able to bounce back from quarterback and receiver in the same position. Very, very smart guy, very explosive guy, very fast guy. A dependable hard worker, one of the hardest workers I've been around. And that's good for him coming in and establishing that early on as a freshman.
Dick Hux.
A lot of teams have already opened their season and played a game. You still got a week until you play. How do you feel like that's helped you as a player and the team taking it a little bit slower than everybody else?
Yeah, I think we're definitely thankful. I think we have more time to prepare properly, even take care of our bodies even more. I think most importantly, get in shape. I think that's the biggest thing. We have to be in shape to be ready to go come September 26th. Like I said, we're very grateful for the time, and I think we've done a really good job of taking advantage of the time, doing the right things, like Coach have mentioned, and going from there.
Colin Taylor.
Yeah, and kind of asking about some other young guys. I know Coach Muschamp's been pretty complimentary of Rico Powers and JaKarta Caldwell. I'm curious, what have you seen from those guys as two dudes that obviously came in the summer, have learned and picked up quickly?
I think those both guys kind of established their identity coming in. Rico, very, very fast, explosive guy, in and out of breaks. Kari, bigger, longer receiver, has some speed, catches the ball with his hands. They both do a really good job. I think they both will help us out really good this year and in the future.
Ben Briner.
Dakereon, I know you're close with Ortre. What was your reaction when you found out that he was opting out for the season, and how did the team sort of take that? Did you guys rally around him? What were the sort of the feelings there?
Yeah, definitely rallied around him. I'm a guy that knew Ortre for a very, very long time. I respect his decision. I think his health is the most important thing. I rallied behind him, and I'm all for him.
All right. Thank you, Dakereon. Appreciate it.